Hello, everybody! Welcome to a Sunday Funday that's not about the #1 movie because Black Panther's still killing the box office right now. And sorry, we're not going to go see it a second time, or anything. We saw it once and we're good. So instead, we went to go see Death Wish, the technically third number, or the movie that was third in line for a top 10. I can't speak today. Brain's a little addled.
Today?
Nah. Yeah, there might be a review of Red Sparrow later this week. It depends. I have been hearing nothing good about Red Sparrow. Like, people who actually see it who aren't critics don't like it. Critics don't like it. Critics didn't like Death Wish either, but, you know, as you're here nor there. But I was like, I was more interested in it simply because, on a personal level, when it comes to Eli Roth, I like his direction at times. I just wish he would get out of his own way when it comes to writing. Thankfully, he didn't write this movie. He just directed it. And you can tell at times there's some hokier acting that normal directors wouldn't allow. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. And also, I actually like the original Death Wish, even though it is a very exploitative in terms of how it is moved, because it's not as... In all honesty, I like Death Wish. I don't admit that's a good movie. But that's neither here nor there. How about we hear from the one who has never seen an Eli Roth movie and has never seen the original Death Wish? So, curious, what did you think of this remake?
I liked it.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I liked it too.
We didn't love it.
Yeah, it's a good matinee film. It's a nice way of thinking about it. Like, people wonder what any kind of reviewers
It
mean
has
by
a satisfying ending.
Yeah, it does at least have an ending. It's not like every day where it's like, oh, well, thanks. Yeah.
I smack the crap out of you.
We just smack hands. It doesn't help. We're both like, it's strange. We talk with our hands so much, and we're not from New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey. Yeah, this does actually have a satisfying ending in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, like I said, that's a good matinee film. It's a movie you can go watch during the week and you'll be like, that was good. You're not going to go take your kids to go see this.
Rated R for a reason, folks.
Yeah, it's a bit bloody at points. And I will say...
Yeah, a little bit on the gory side.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but there's a lot more practical effects that are used throughout this than there are, like, CGI. Like, when there was blood spurts... Spurts? Yeah, spurts. I said splurts at first. But usually whenever, like, a guy's brains get blown out or something, usually it's actually, you know, real... Well, not real. Like, oh, we killed this actor. It's actual, like, practical effects. It's not CGI. At least it doesn't look like it. So I was like, all right, kudos, movie. You actually went ahead and went there.
Yeah, the one leg scene, I'm pretty sure that was not CGI.
Oh, yeah, that was actually...
Yeah, I was like... The one that had you, like...
Yeah, I was like, ugh. Yeah, a little torture sequence.
I wasn't freaked out about that. Strange.
Somebody cut into my legs. Makes me just like, I don't know.
That's what makes you squeamish?
Yes. Here we go. That's my horror movie of all time. Cut into your legs.
With a scalpel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I get squeamish, like, seeing a needle go into someone's veins, like, nah, get it, get off, give me it, get go.
Yeah, those who are wondering, I haven't seen original Death Wish in a while. It's been at least a few years. I do know this is loosely based, is the best way to put it. Really, in premise alone is the best way to think about it. I think in the original Death Wish, he didn't have, like, to give away a little bit of the movie, he loses his wife and his daughter is severely injured during a home invasion. Okay, that's all there is to it.
Yeah, she's in a coma for, like, a few weeks.
Yeah. And, of course, Bruce Willis plays the dad who decides to go after vengeance and, you know, takes the law into his hands.
Thanks to words from his father-in-law.
Yeah, and also actions from the police who, you know, tend to not be as proactive as he would like them to be.
Yeah, it's not that they're apathetic. It's just that there's only so much that they can do.
Yeah, they're overwhelmed by the pure, amount of gunshots.
Gun violence.
Shootings that are going on constantly. And this takes place in Chicago, of all places. The
Yeah, it's like so many unsolved violent crimes. Mm-hmm. Especially gun crimes.
Yeah, and it's one of those where you're sitting there going, okay, kind of, would understand, somebody losing their shit over this.
Yeah, it's like, it's understandable that it's frustrating. It's like, okay, this person that I care about is dead. Another person I care about has been injured and is in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like y'all still can't find the people who did it. They're still walking free, whoever the hell they are. And it's like, well, what good are you? I can understand that frustration.
Yeah. And like I said, this movie does follow the original in that sense. Because the original, I know something happens to Charlton Heston's family.
Charles Bronson?
Yeah, Charles Bronson, sorry. I don't know much of Charlton Heston.
I don't know it either. I was like, wasn't it Charles Bronson?
Charlie's brain's gone today.
Say today?
Yeah, Charles Bronson, his family, I want to say either they all died or something. Pardon me, y'all. Something happens to somebody that's near and dear to him, and he goes after the guys who did. Same basic premise here. This movie it's not a shot-for-shot remake, I know that much for sure. And if I can get into a little bit of negative with this movie. Like I said, there are good parts, and it feels like it wants to have a social commentary. But it wants to be, obviously very in the middle of the road. It's like, all right, you decide for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that actually hurts it, simply because it's so middle in the road that the social commentary feels very underneath it. It like you hear like radio talk show hosts, kind of talking about Bruce Willis's character whenever he starts his vigilante streak. And
yeah, they have these debates throughout the movie about, okay, well, is he a hero or is he a vigilante taking law into his own hands and therefore breaking law and needs to go to jail?
Yeah. And I like that it's trying to skirt in between it, because it's like, all right, make up for yourself. It does it so much that you kind of make it up completely for yourself, because the social commentary just feels so undertone. It's like, okay, well, that's fine, because I don't mind a movie that doesn't want to go through with that. Whenever it's a remake of a 70s pretty much exploitation film in a lot of ways. Exploitation the best of ways. Not as exploitative as, say, like a Caligula or something like that. Megan's now just imagining Malcolm McDowell fisting someone.
No, I was imagining the heads.
Yeah, it was very funny.
I don't know why I was imagining the heads and not the fisting.
Yeah. I'm going to put a little flour in your butthole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Malcolm McDowell out of his fucking mind, and Peter O'Toole just drunk out of his mind.
Peter O'Toole, period.
I don't know, he seemed pretty sober in King Ralph.
He was probably Ralphing off stage,
The funds, he's got them.
Yeah. I was thinking, okay, well, this movie, especially if y'all seen the trailers, where it says, I'm not gonna kill you, Jack is. First off, that's like 3/4 of the way through the movie.
Yeah, one of the dudes, he's
one of the guys who breaks into his house.
Yeah, one of the guys he finds and, tortures, okay, well, who's the other guy?
Yeah. And that scene, I'm like, okay, well, this movie's gonna, at least have fun with itself, especially if you see the Grindhouse show. I'm like, alright, this is really gonna try and have fun. It tries, but it feels like this might have got meddled with a little bit. I think this might have went for more of a,
emotional punch.
Grindhousey film, actually. More of the exploitation. I think it had more of that. There might have been more vigilantism stuff. There might have been the emotional stuff might have been tuned down a little bit in terms of letting this guy be more of a vigilante, which is what I would have liked, simply because I want that exploitation, because it's good.
Kind of the cheesy, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, and kind of like action movie, like
In a way,
cheesiness.
I wanted a Death Wish film, and I really didn't get a Death Wish movie. I got a remake of The Brave One with Jodie Foster, which is a really good movie, but that's what you get a lot of feelings of this movie. He's not a vigilante because out of like all these people he kills, 3 of them are not people who are linked to his home invasion.
Yeah.
Like a drug dealer and 2 carjackers. Other than that, it's like, okay,
And,
well...
like, the drug dealer, I could totally understand, because... A little bit of a spoiler. The drug dealer, he shoots this little kid, which you kind of see in the trailers,
talk about it.
Yeah, it's like this kid is in the hospital, and, of course, what am I trying to say here?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, his character is just...
He's a doctor. And he uses...
Yeah, he decides to, like, kind of, like, right this wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. And I wanted more of that throughout this movie. And you get him righting his wrong, but you don't get him righting many other wrongs. And that's what Death Wish was more about. The original.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of... Without trying to spoil it, I like the ending. I like the emotional punch of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of a feel-good ending. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, I'm kind of like you. It's like, I wish there was more of a point to this, like, kind of side stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the indignation with the kid. I totally understand. It's like, it's like, you don't hurt a kid.
Yeah, because you're a jerk off and all that, since you're the worst human being there could be.
Yeah, but the carjacking, the first thing he stopped.
The first vigilante thing he does.
Yeah, it's like, it really has no bearing on the rest of the movie. I wasn't even thinking that. I was like, well, wait. And it's like, what was that then? It's like,
it's something that helped to
pretty much
give him a footing to keep pursuing vigilantes.
I was about to say, pretty much, not really target practice, but pretty much like helping him like kind of work up the nerve to kind of go after these
It's a
guys.
morale booster. Huh? Morale booster. Builds up his own morale.
I guess.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think this movie needed more of the vigilante stuff. That would have given us, I think, a lot more pop. It would have given it a little bit more staying power, too. Because this movie, I'll say, it's like, we saw this earlier today, and I'm kind of like, certain parts, I'm like, well, what happened there? Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad. It's a good movie. It's just, it's a not...
Yeah, some parts kind of fall by the wayside.
Yeah. And I will say, it's like everybody turns in usually a really great performance. Bruce Willis seems like he does not give a shit where he is. When he's supposed to be emotional, he doesn't come off as emotional as you think he would. When you would think he would be happy, he's still just kind of grumbly looking.
Yeah, kind of like...
Yeah, it's... Bruce Willis is in complete nerd, don't give a fuck mode in this movie. Mm-hmm. And it does hurt the film because he is your main character, though not till like a third of the way through the movie. Because mostly it's taking place from a lot of perspectives of his daughter and his wife. And they do good with what they're supposed to, what they're given. Vincent D'Onofrio's in it. He's good with what he's given. I actually am kind of interested in seeing more of his backstory. Which that's something, but Bruce Willis is just kind of there. And that's a problem. It's like you can't have your main characters just be so bland. And it's not because of the writing, because the writing is fine. Thank God Eli Roth didn't touch the script in this movie, because there would have been stupid jokes or they would have been assholes for no reason. The bad guys are bad guys, but not like comically evil, except for this one major bad guy at the end who just doesn't feel like much of a threat. Yeah. His name is Knox, just to let y'all know. It doesn't give away anything.
And it's like, well, I was like one and done.
Yeah, it would have been cooler if, like, let's say he was like the head of a gang or something like that. And I know it's cliche, but you have him go true death wish, just tear apart this fucking club, killing his henchmen and just barely making it out alive and killing the bad guy who did it hurt his family, that would have been something. It would have given us a real...
Yeah, I will say like that. I think what part I'm talking about, that one part at the end where the bad guy and his two henchmen
whenever they attack him, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he dispatched them when, the minions easily, and I was like, okay, whatever.
And just kills the bad guy at the end. Oh, that's not a big surprise. Bruce Willis lives.
Yeah, it's kind of unsatisfying. That part is unsatisfying.
Yeah, it's like he does live and you're happy that he wins. Just, it feels easy. It feels very simple. That's what I think you're trying to get at. It's like, it feels like it was too easy of a win.
I feel like there's actually some stakes. Like maybe, he's threatening to expose what Bruce Willis has been doing. Mm-hmm. Or maybe, there really is a threat to his home and his daughter.
Yeah,
but we just don't feel it. I would say that's one of the few weak spots, I think.
Well, couple of the few weak spots.
I said one of the few
weak
spots.
I said, it's
very few.
Not that it's bad, just you kind of get that, And I think that's the thing. The ending does feel a bit rushed. You really want to see a bit of a big shootout. I mean, yes, I know it's been done before.
Yeah.
But if the biggest, I'm making fun of action films because I'm being a dumb action film, shoot 'em up, pulled it off and did it better, there you go. There's your problem there. And it's not because of the editing or anything, it just doesn't feel like it has enough of a punch. I wanted there to be 30 dead bad guys. And I like it's trying to be semi-realistic, but at the same time, it's a remake of Death Wish, for crying out loud. If you had called it anything else, if you just called it Vigilante or anything, then I'd be okay with that. But you can't make a remake of Death Wish and pull out before you fully come all over it, Just fuck it good and just have 4,000 dead bodies. And I will also say one thing I am liking that this movie did, and it's something that Eli Roth, I think, understands, or at least different production companies are starting to understand. You can't have this invincible hero. He gets wounded. He gets fucked up in this movie. Tears up his hand through something stupid. He gets shot in the shoulder. He gets shot in the other shoulder. It's like, dear God. This poor son of a bitch is getting the shit beat out of him. And that's the thing. We have a hero who is not infallible, and we also have a hero who is not invincible. It's something that the last Die Hard missed.
Yeah, I do like that it was a bit more realistic of well, shit, this is not go according to plan.
Yeah.
And pretty much he's instantly this, guns expert, and, they're watching these videos, and, he suddenly just, it's
I'm automatically on a Schwarzenegger. I can kill everybody.
I'm automatically a badass.
Yeah.
There we go. Finally got the damn words out.
Yeah, I like that as well. It's strange to say. It puts a little realism in it. But at the same time,
it makes it feel a bit more like Joe Schmo.
Yeah. And, like I said, just the problem again is that the ending's a bit of a lackluster. I want more exploitation. That's my big thing I wanted more from this movie. It's I either wanted to go completely with the social commentary, go full The Brave One. The Brave One really hits upon a social commentary, but it goes one-sided eventually, because it says vigilantism for the right reason is good. At least that's what I got from it. People might disagree with me. Let me know. This one, like I said, just doesn't go far enough, and it's all right, well, we're going to get exploitation. No. Yeah, I wouldn't want him to execute everybody and say a stupid line the whole time. One point, this guy gets knocked in the head with a bowling ball, and then he blows his brains out. I'm glad he didn't say strike afterwards. It kind of would have... But...
Yeah, it's kind of stupid little Home Alone coincidence. Okay,
that was goofy.
Yeah, it's just having to get hit in the head with a bowling ball through his own stupidity. It's knocking over shit.
Yeah,
like dominoes.
And it would have been almost nice for him to say strike. It would have almost killed it, but I think it's like, at the point, I was like, I could do with a nice,
Pun.
strike. Or, I guess you're a gutter ball. Anything like that. It's like, just throw me a little...
Stupid pun.
Yeah. He killed a guy and said, I'm not going to kill you. Jack will.
Yeah, the only instance, really, of that kind of action movie.
Machismo.
Yeah, like that, cheesy pun.
And I would have liked a little bit more of that if it always, like I said, it just feels like it's a little too safe at times. That's my big gripe with this movie. Too safe. Is it the worst thing ever? No, you've seen far worse action movies. The editing in this is at least good. It's not the best. But to be fair, I mean, there's still some decently well done shots throughout the movie. The script is good for what it is. It's not the best. That's what I can keep saying about this movie. It's not the best. Mm-hmm. It's an alright movie. If you go into this expecting to get a new Death Wish, you're going to be disappointed, is the thing. But if you go in this with an open mind, thinking, alright, maybe this will at least be fun, I think you're going to enjoy yourself. Again, this is a matinee film. You're not going to want to go, I need to see it right this minute. But
maybe wait till it comes out and, rent it.
Yeah, I think rent it. You're not going to feel upset at all. Or if you bought it for $10, you're like, oh yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
This is not going to be anybody's favorite movie, but I don't know anybody.
It's still good.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's going to be like, this is the worst piece of shit ever. It's like, there are far worse movies, trust me. It's almost like the people...
Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
Get Out.
Yeah, people always sit there and keep, saying, that's the worst movie ever. You haven't watched movies if you think that's the worst movie. So, just curious, what would you give this as a final score?
Well, I was leaning towards an 8, but more we're talking about some of the flaws, some of the weak spots. Yeah, give it a 7. Solid 7.
Ironically enough, same score. Yeah, this is a good 7 movie. Its problems are either production company-wise. I think they probably edited this movie a bit. Because it feels like Eli Roth's style was there every now and then, and he was trying to get that, cheesiness, the exploitationness, all that, and they decided to cut that out and we want to focus on this, really...
It's kind of amp up the emotional drama thing.
Yeah, and to the detriment, actually, of the movie, strange enough. Which, almost I'd be like, hey, just make this movie 2.5 hours long and just put in all the cheese. So that way we can have a really awkward movie. It's it's really emotional, and then I make a cheesy pun while I kill this guy. Yeah, in fact, I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this. I will say that. I would like to see a sequel to this, just... With
his daughter.
Hey, his daughter doing it would actually be kind of cool.
Daughter, maybe she, gets assaulted, maybe, raped or nearly raped, and, is going after, almost like the Brave one.
Yeah. Well, in the Brave one, yeah, remember they got raped? I know they beat her, and they killed her boyfriend in front of her and stole her dog.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
Fuck you, give me the dog.
At the end, she did get her dog back.
Yeah, I was you weren't taking my dog. You're not taking my dog, you're not taking my puppies. Take my babies, my fur babies.
Yeah, I would like to see a sequel. Just go ahead, go full throttle. Just make it exploitive.
Oh, so...
Yeah, make it a little on the silly side. I'm fine with silly. I just don't want, for lack of a better word, some blandness. That's the issue with this movie. I think it's the blandness, which is not helped by Bruce Willis being so fucking bored throughout this.
Though I will say, the beginning when the wife dies and the daughter's in a coma and the funeral, I will say I was tearing up during that. It's okay, the movie just started. It's y'all are already making me care about these characters. And
that's because you're a big emotional marshmallow baby.
It's actually made me care about. I just really empathize. Oh.
Yeah, you do actually care for these characters. That's the reason why.
And really empathize with Bruce Willis, and it's oh, sorry, dude. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna go. Sorry, Baldy. So, yeah, that's Death Wish. Not a bad, not a great movie that I think...
I would say not the greatest movie I've ever seen, and certainly not the greatest movie I've seen so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
But...
it's fine.
I would say it's still a good movie.
It's a serviceable film, is a nice way to put it.
We're just pulling on words tonight.
Yeah, especially me. So, yeah, we'll be back, though, next week for sure with A Wrinkle in Time. If I can get a Red Sparrow review for y'all, I will try. Don't hold your breath. In fact, I will have to do it tomorrow if it's going to be anything. But we'll see how it all works out. And so, until then, we'll see if there will be a wrinkle or a red. A red wrinkle. So, in fact, we're about to do something here in just a second that we've been meant to do last week. We just had no time to be able to do it. So, we'll go ahead and get to that, and we'll say bye-bye for next time.
Yippee-ki-yay.
You hinted it last week that way.